So this is my first crack at a instructional video. I'm a middle-of-the-road player, but I can compete, and I've beaten some really good guys. I do not use a PCI, and here is my hitting approach. If you like the video, Saco Bay Sharks Baseball Club, like it and subscribe. But here's the second inning, and I'll typically take the first pitch. If it's a strike, I don't like to go 0-2, so I'm looking for something in the zone to hit on this pitch. He hangs a cutter, and there it goes. Again, no PCI. I'm a middle-of-the-road type player. Have not made it to World Series, but I can compete with some very good teams, and I do it without a PCI. Not because I don't think the PCI is good. I just never been able to use it effectively. That pitch there, after a home run, the school of thought is to either not be over anxious and continue with your plan of being patient, or sometimes a guy might be angry on the other end, the opponent, and he might groove a fastball down the middle, and you get back-to-back homers. There, I was taking a gamble and swung at the first pitch with Wagner, hit it on the screws, and it was right at the second baseman. So we have one out here, 0-2, and I'm just protecting with Grandal. I try to get myself back in the count here. And I try to get to know my hitters. Grandal is a guy that has a pretty quick bat, so susceptible to off-speed stuff, so I have to stay back. Again, took that pitch, trying to drive the pitch count up of the starter. Another ball hit pretty well. You'll see in the lower left-hand corner that the timing was good, but again, hit pretty well. Not unhappy with that swing. But I'll try to get the pitch count up. I also, by seeing a lot of pitches, I start to force the guy to throw the ball closer to the middle of the zone. The more pitches that are closer to the middle of the zone, the more pitches you can square up. That was a little early swing, but a pretty good swing overall. And he got Murphy on first base. So now he's got, 23 pitches, which isn't a lot for the third inning. I'd like to have him have much more. And that's not typically something that I do. That's not a good play by me, bunting like that with bets. Again, an 0-1 count, so I'm trying to stay out of an 0-2 count. That was not a great pitch, but it would have been a strike. And a little bit late on that. If I was a little bit early, I'd have squared that ball up well. Got first and second. And that's sort of what I do. We're not talking about base running here, but that's sort of what I do to myself sometimes, is run myself out of innings because I'm not great with the base running. Again, a little uncharacteristic going after the first pitch for me. Taking a chance with Harper, and they got him. But my approach typically will be to take pitches. Now we're in the fourth, Brock leading off. That's going to be a tough play, and they can't get him. With Brock, he's one of the fastest guys in the game, so bunting and hits like that, he's going to be on base, and he's going to put the pressure on the pitcher. So what's happening here is I'm trying to divide the guy's attention, and I'm also trying to get Betts fastballs to hit, something hard to hit with a runner on. A pitcher will typically throw fastballs more often with a fast runner on base that he thinks might steal. And that was a good pitching sequence by him. Got me on a slider. So here's Freeman again. 0-1. Again, I'm in the same situation.
And it's belted high and deep into right center. It's out of here.
Almost a duplicate of the second inning where I was 0-1, had to look for something in the zone to prevent myself from going 0-2. And again, he hung the cutter in almost the same exact spot. You'll see no PCI, but the timing was good.
Stepping in now, Hannes Wagner. As he takes a cold strike.
So there I'm sticking with my philosophy of being patient.
Weak grounder back to the mound.
Wagner not quite as fast as Lubrock. A guy like Kluber is around the plate a lot. He's not going to walk a lot of guys, so I'm typically a little bit more aggressive when I know he's on the mound.
Kluber sets his sights. First pitch on the way. That's smoked, but right into the shift.
Hit hard. Not unhappy with that swing.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Stepping in will be the very.
But again, the more patient you can be, you may get guys on via walk, but you also force the guy not to nibble and throw balls, throw pitches more in the center of the plate, towards the middle of the plate. Carew's a guy who can bunt, and once you get to know your players, you'll know who can bunt and who can't, and who has the speed to beat it out. Now, 1-0, I'm going to be patient. I do not want to ground into a double play here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Again, may not be going, but taking a lead and trying to distract the pitcher, and that's going to be a double play. So he's early on an outside pitch, and that's a recipe for a double play.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Corey Kluber. He popped out in his first trip.
With my pitcher up, I will usually just try to, nobody's on base, I may swing at a good pitch. If somebody's on base, I certainly won't swing because I'll be afraid of grounding into a double play.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
That's a pitch I wouldn't be able to handle anyway, so I'm not unhappy with that take. 0-1, going to have to protect here a little bit.
Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infield.
Swing timing was pretty good. Pretty shocking that he's blown 2 defensive plays in this game. You don't see that too often. So with a 3-1 lead, Harper up, Harper on base and Brock up, I'm going to be pretty selective here. Tried to bunt, actually, to move that runner. Thing is, Harper's got pretty good speed, but a straight steal. He got thrown out earlier. I'm not going to try it again. Doing everything I can to protect here. Do not want to ground into a double play. Less likely with Brock. He's got 99 speed.
A runner at first with no outs here. Lays off.
And I'm back in the count. Would love to tack on this inning.
Fouled away.
Create some separation. A little late on that sinker. Again, it'll indicate down below on the left. Late.
2-2 one more time.
Battling here pretty good. Now I may send, I can't remember if I did, but I may send Harper here. 3-2 count, stay out of a double play. Sometimes when I send a guy, it distracts me hitting wise. So that's a really good at bat. I am not going to apologize for that. He hit that ball well. It should have made it up the middle. Instead, it went off his leg. So at first and second, nobody out.
So that'll bring in Mookie Betts.
For me, this is where I struggle sometimes. Guys on base, nobody out. A good strategy here is to pause the game or step out of the box and take a breath and not think about the idea that you have guys on base and that there's a little pressure that will creep in. But not a good job by me with Mookie Betts there at all. And then Freeman just swung at one out of the zone, so now I really need to regroup.
Spinning a throw back to second, and he will thankfully make it back to second as he almost got caught out there. Grounded back up the middle.
And unfortunately, that's a double play. So first and second, nobody out, and I don't score. He ends up tying the game. We're not showing his at-bats, but he ends up tying the game with a couple home runs. And I somehow maintained my composure when things went south and got out of there with a tie, knowing I'm the home team. And I just need to hold it at a tie game and hope I can win it. Again, 0-1. So I'll swing at something that's pretty close here in an effort to stay out of an 0-2 count with Hannes Wagner. Again, I can compete with many guys that I play. I've played guys that have been on a very high level, and I've competed with them and I've beaten them. But I'm an average player who can compete and feel like these kind of videos will help the average player get better. Again, no PCI. I'm sure guys that are in the top 50 are very competitive players that think I'm crazy. But some of them have told me that they themselves used to play without a PCI. So, long as I can compete and have fun and win more than I lose, I'm happy. Not a good recognition of that pitch for me.
Third trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first two tries.
For whatever reason, I don't hit well against rally fingers. I'm better off being extremely patient, waiting for him to throw something in the middle of the plate.
A strike, and it's 2-1.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
With a 3-1.
The object is to just keep grinding because you never know. With 2 outs, you get somebody on base. Every new hitter brings a possible new opportunity. So I'm late on that. Did not recognize, not a great at bat. So like here, for example, if I can get Carew on, you never know what the next guy can do.
Rod Carew is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
Hey, he's looking to punch out the side right here. And if this guy's going to do him favors,
The ball was not hit that poorly, but I was in a position where I was already 0-1. Those sliders down and into a lefty give me some trouble, so I try to stay off them and eliminate that pitch. Heading to the bottom of the 9th here. Hoffman comes in. I faced him a lot throughout ranked games. No, he's not going to blow the ball by me. Brock's got a lot of speed. We get him on, and they could be in all kinds of trouble, and this is why it's so valuable that I got out of that inning where they scored the 2 runs, and I kept it at a tie game. That ball was right down the middle. I could have been more patient, but I also saw that that ball was right down the middle. Couldn't have hit that ball any harder. It had triple written all over it. Just an unfortunate result. Not a great swing.
He knows full well he's sitting on a
But you never know what can happen here. That's a good take to get Mookie back in the count.
Now the 1-1 pitch. High and deep to left.
Middle in fastball, jumped on it, and that's a walk-off. Again, 1-1 count, did not want to go 1-2. Saw that it was a fastball middle in. Timing was good. Won it for the Saco Bay Sharks. So that's just a little tidbit of my style of play, my approach at the plate. If this was helpful to you, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll be back with more videos on the Saco Bay Sharks Baseball Club channel. See you next time.
For a walk-off homer. Got to be the best feeling in all of baseball.